All right, back with part 2 of Knockout Stage Talk here. Moving over to the other end of the thing, we've got E versus F here. So the one from Group E, which would be the Netherlands in both of ours, versus 2. So we've got Paraguay from F.
I actually have Cameroon
And you
coming out
have-
ahead of the Netherlands.
Oh, you
out
do?
Of that group, yes.
Okay.
But
Well, who you got in
I
that
also
game?
have them against Paraguay. I'll have Cameroon over Paraguay.
Okay.
I said previously Samuel Eto'o.
Okay.
He's got a big World Cup.
Okay, I've got Netherlands over Paraguay. I think they'll come out on top of that group. Netherlands tend to be underachievers when it comes to World Cup play, but I do think they'll win that group. And they'll just outpass Paraguay at this point. Really, not much Paraguay I don't think can do about that. Other side, I've got Italy versus Cameroon. And you have
I'll have Italy versus
Netherlands. And in that game, you have.
I have the Netherlands. Italy, like we talked about earlier, it's sort of a fine line between experience and being old. I think the Netherlands, they have a pretty solid team. I think.
They do. Especially, at that point, you got to think that Robin would definitely be playing for the Netherlands. Now, I have in my upset special here, which isn't really a colossal upset. Like we said, is Italy experienced or are they old? I've got Cameroon coming out on top of them. Even though Italy's being considered by a lot of people to repeat because they've got the core of players from that 06 team. But the thing is they weren't spring chickens back then. They're getting up there in years, and they've still got leadership. But I think Cameroon, since South Africa won't be advancing, we agreed. Somebody has to take that African momentum, and so the home continent favorite, I think, has got to be Cameroon, and they'll do well. And I have them beating Italy right there in that game. Flipping over to G and H now, Brazil versus Chile. I think we both have that game.
Brazil,
and we both have Brazil coming out on top. Once again, it's Brazil. Now Chile.
it's hard to pick against Brazil.
Chile is a good squad. They're very familiar with each other, but in a battle of familiarity, you can use the same logic to defend either pig. You could say, well, Brazil knows Chile enough that they know what to do to them, but you can say, well, also, Chile knows Brazil at this point. So maybe they can correct their mistakes from when, they play the other times, but in the end, I think Brazil comes out. Too many weapons, especially when money time comes, you got to count on Brazil. Kaká is going to be on top of it. He's going to be making plays. And then on the other side of that, we've got Spain and Portugal. The battle of the Iberian Peninsula. It's going to be it. You've got one of the game's best playmakers, Cristiano Ronaldo, going against the roster full of the world's best playmakers right now. Torres, Fabregas. Spain wins.
I mean, you name them, they play for Spain.
Yeah. I see Spain coming out on top of this. Just it's one of those things, they've just got more weapons. Now, that being said, Portugal can easily, I think Portugal could take that game. Ronaldo has not had good World Cups. And maybe he's primed to silence some of his doubters, who think that he comes up short on the big stages. Maybe it's that time.
Be now or never, agree with that.
I would say so. Now, we'll do getting the time check from Tags here. Okay, we'll go ahead and start with the round of 8 games. We both have, right here we have France in there. I have France versus England.
I'll have France versus USA.
And
France come out on top, unfortunately. I just don't think the US has enough in the defense to match up with France's attack.
Now I have England coming out over France. Once again, I think they've got probably too many weapons. It'll be a good game though. A lot of rivalry. We'll go ahead and call it and be back with the next part of the round of 8.